Oh, hey! Look at that, we're live for the first time today. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Zeph, it's good to see you again. Did you have some good holidays?
Yeah, man, it's been ages since we last spoke. Can't believe it. It's
It's...
literally been like seconds.
I haven't seen you in a year.
You know what?
Since
It's
last
almost been a
year.
year since I literally saw you IRL.
Actually, that is...
Yeah.
I'm making bad jokes that are accidentally like a little bit too true.
Yeah.
Anyways, as I was saying before I realized we had no stream delay, Zombie Grub. Where's Zombie Grub? Well, Zombie Grub's back in France for Nation Wars, and Zeph has been really awesome and cool, and she's helping me cover some things. She's got some other casting stuff coming up. If you guys don't know about the OSC Championship stuff, I think you're covering some of those groups, right? Or is it just the later
Yes.
stages?
We're doing the playoffs and onwards, I think. The format's actually very long, so all this week, group stages are going on. And a variety of community casters are doing that. I think we had Kat, Swarty, couple of other people that I don't even know the name of, but throughout the week, all the group stages being played out. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Maynard, myself, and Death will be casting playoffs and whatnot, and more of the money matches. So if you got nothing on this weekend and you're up at an hour, which suits
No.
Australian
Back it up. Don't sell this as like if you got nothing else going on. You're like, guys, clear your fucking schedules. Because me, Zeph, I'm going to be online with Maynard, the hype man himself. And we're going to be casting some motherfucking StarCraft 2. So you better tune in. I'll be such a good hype man. I got you.
Could be. All right.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, we're going to be getting the brackets up soon. As always, if you guys want to see the brackets yourselves, type !brackets in chat. There's actually quite a few good signups. We're waiting to see who's been checked in, but just at the sign-up list right now, you got Innovation, Solar, Tails, Bunny, McCanning, what? Jakshi, Hush, Bill, Lenok, Patience, Stats, Super, Silky, Gumiho, Billowy, Seed, Keen, Alive, Dark, ByuN, Classic, Hero, and Impact, just to name a couple of names on that list.
Oh my god, that's a good list.
Is this GSL? Is that what's going on now?
It feels like it, man. Feels real good too. Oh my god, I can't wait. How do you even pick a match when you do Olimoleague?
See,
this
that's
just makes me want to cry.
Well, it's kind of the same conundrum we had with still making Korea great, right? Where it's like, there's so many good matches. So the nice thing is that you're not going to really end up with a bad match. For me, though, I almost got to say, like, the top side of the bracket, I think that's CJ Hero in round 2 that possibly waits to fight against Innovation. Innovation versus Punk, I don't think is going to be the best series of all time, but I think it's got to be the one we're going to cast. I'm going to message Crank, though, and see what he's doing. And where is he on my list here?
Yeah, Crank, as always, is going to do the Korean stream, so if you like Korean commentary.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. With so many good matches, like, if he's going to do this one, I don't mind picking another. Like, there's other really good ones waiting.
Yeah.
Leonaka Patience already stands out, and a couple others. So I think the brackets are final as I speak.
Good.
Okay, he's doing Leonaka Patience. Let's... Zeph.
What up?
If we cast Dark versus Golani or ByuN versus RverSe, it's most likely Dark versus ByuN in round 2.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that.
That's the road to Zeph's side. All right. Let me go poke ByuN. Hey, invite. If he's already started, we may have to just kind of take a backseat on this one. But Dark's also online. So, again, these first round matches are not the most hype ones, but they're the ones that will lead to the hype ones. It looks like ByuN's inviting me to a lobby, so come on in. Join the party, Zeph.
Woo! Yeah!
Nice. Also,
Same love is ByuN. Sick.
It is really cool to see people like Mechanic and stuff here. So, good luck to him, I say. Best of luck to him, I must say at that.
Brutal.
Yes, she with me. Zombie Grub is dead. Zeph is the new one.
I killed her because I wanted to try and wear her skin, but it didn't fit, so here we are. Right. Oh my
What
god.
the fuck?
Not real quick. Habitation Station map number 1.
I need to talk to you, actually, and this is so super duper pertinent. The baby in the microwave comment in the VOD got a little bit of YouTube traction in terms of comments and replies. And more importantly, a whole lot of comments that needed to be deleted because it spurred what I can best describe as a fight about whether that was truly an Aussie phrase or not.
I don't believe it is.
It apparently is. Some guy was the original. I left the original comment up because the guy had written something like, "I haven't been in Australia for like 8 years, but I remember hearing this when I was growing up there," type thing. I was like, okay, maybe there's some legitimacy to it. But then some people started arguing like, it's really not funny and it shouldn't be said like this because it's a very dangerous thing to do. I'm like, okay, so someone's getting a little bit upset. No big deal. But then like it just kept getting worse from there. So.
Oh God.
just say 10 out of 10 on the analogy with the baby in a microwave. Hotter than a baby in a microwave.
I think I'll avoid that one in future.
I think we need to use it more. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Olimoleague. I'm actually going to have to go dig up the Olimoleague graphics stuff, so Corsair does not sponsor this. We'll get that sorted in a moment. But to kick things off here in the top left side of the map, it's going to be the man, the myth, the legend, ByuN.
And in the top right, the pink Protoss, it's RverSe.
So his name would be River.
Yeah, I guess that's how you say it. Yeah.
In reverse. ByuN, by the way, has been streaming like a madman if for some crazy reason you guys haven't been watching. And the thing I'm really liking about that is like it's cool to watch ByuN play, but ByuN's been pulling in big numbers for a somewhat well put together stream, we'll say. Like there's not a lot of effort that goes into a stream, let's be honest. But I'm loving to see that like a good top-notch StarCraft player can still pull numbers on Twitch.
Yeah,
it's absolutely fantastic. Like 3,000 viewers, I think the other night was what I tuned in for. It's pretty good.
I mean, it is ByuN. Like, who doesn't want to watch like a world champion ladder, so we can all like cry over how we'll never be this great at anything in our lives? So, I actually have been watching a lot of the Korean stream to steal their build orders, so it's pretty sick, and I'm glad to see that a lot of people are supporting them in their stream sessions. And RverSe, on the other hand, is starting off this game being real cheeky.
Yeah, so he puts on the proxy Stargate, which I don't know, like this map is not exactly new to the map pool, and Habitation Station, you used to be able to just plop this down in your base and we get across the map just fine. Like he really wants to go hard against ByuN, and I like that he's not like taking it easy. He's going about as ham as you can. The double pylons to go with this, mothership core coming across the map, everything at the front door to distract while the Oracle gets made and sent to the main.
Yeah, this is actually really annoying to deal with as a Terran, especially when you just kind of caught with your pants down. Mothership's going to come over here and be able to overcharge. We've already got an Adept here as well, harassing the Marines, and here we go. There's that overcharge, and you can start picking away at this wall.
I love that he goes for the reactor first, just cutting down on production. ByuN's going to have less to work with this way. Take down the depots a little bit more easily afterwards, but most importantly, that Widow Mine actually got out, and if ByuN puts us in the right spot, might be a little bit too tough to see. The Oracle comes in, but does he see it hiding up there in the mineral line? Everything's kind of baiting towards it, like hide behind the safety Widow Mine, guys.
Yeah, he should surely have at least a hunch that it's there. I mean, he sees the factory. He knows that's like a thing that would happen. ByuN being a clever player and all, but this is still really hard. Like he only has these 5 Marines, and it's so hard to kill him. Yeah, you're right. That Cyclone really going to save the day here. Pushes out. The Adept gets 1 kill on that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Cyclone lock-on for anti-air is just not that strong. It does add a little bit, though, and helps push this back. The Oracle lived. The front door's been broken. If RverSe was doing, like, a big gateway all-in before this, and he was warping lots of Adepts right now, he really could have just, like, gone straight to that mineral line and sat there. But, unfortunately, not a lot more he can really do right now. ByuN's got some... well, more than enough units, frankly, to stop any of the Oracle harassment. He's getting a missile turret, too. Natural base is going to have to get lifted shortly, but, I mean, with more... It's not more Oracles, it's a Void Ray coming up next. With, what is maybe Tempests after that? Like, what is going on here?
Oh, man. Balls to the walls air toss play here. It's pretty cool though. He does finally clean this nonsense up in his natural base. All in all, I think that went about as well as it could for ByuN. Um, yeah, he's still ahead on workers technically, like if you don't include the mules or anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, the extra base matters the most, I'd say.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and he's starting to get back into the rhythm of things here. He's just gonna have to contend with this constant annoying stuff, and there you go. There's that first Tempest.
Yeah, and he actually scouts the fleet beacon with this too. RverSe taking a very cheeky gold base is actually not a bad idea. I mean, this is if the Stargate falls, all his plans fall apart, so all his defense is on this base. But unfortunately, I do believe ByuN's got enough to tear this down. Once he's done worrying about these adepts and he doesn't have to chase them, he can start pushing into that base. Widowmine's in a pretty nice position, but it does get revealed, so it's not going to get away with too much. The adepts in the main aren't accomplishing much either, and unfortunately, the amount of Terran units required to take down a Tempest are pretty large. Like, you need a lot of Marines underneath it with Stim. You need a lot of Vikings. You can't just really walk up to it. But if RverSe just sits there in range, then that's another case altogether.
Yeah, I mean, getting rid of that one Void Ray is a very good start. I mean, RverSe is committing to this about as much as you could at this point. Even getting the gold base here as well. Like, it's a pretty cool strategy. I mean, this is a great map for that sort of abuse of the airspace between the bases. So, by all means, and I mean, ByuN can't really do too much about it. He's getting a few Vikings out, and then he might be able to start contesting that Tempest. But already you can see RverSe, he's aware of that. He's trying to take some pot shots off at those and cull the numbers.
You know, summer out there, Rotterdam's getting ready for Nation Wars, and he's smiling, and he just doesn't know why. But we know. We know why. The Vikings take care of this first Tempest, or at least push it back far enough that this is the danger zone now. A little bit scary as he will take it down, and you need to compile these up quickly. And ByuN's even dropping Marines underneath this. The Overcharge not quite able to reach out to save this, and the Tempest going down is a big, big loss. Like, Mothership Core 2, this is ByuN showing a really good defense against a really tough-to-fight strategy.
Yeah, he's actually coming in here with the Stim and able to clean all this up. GG, ByuN takes a pretty clean first game.
Yeah, that was very nicely done out of ByuN. I'm going to also try and grab the Olimoleague logo here. I thought I had this on my PC, but I can't find it. So good old Olimoleague hooking me up so I can get this on the overlay. We'll get back to our cameras in a sec here, guys. Bloop. Nope. Okay, that's not an image we can use. Oh wait, why is it? This should be a PNG. Why does it have no background? What's going on here? Let's try this again. No thanks. No thanks, Dropbox. I would not like to sign up for your services. Alright, let's try this again. I'm nailing it on production tonight. Nobody needs to tell me otherwise. There we go! And of course, while this goes on, ByuN's actually hosting up the lobby, so that works out really nicely.
Good stuff.
Bloop. Then we'll hide the Corsair logo. This is some Title T levels of production, guys. Don't even sweat it. Oh no, I just deleted StarCraft. Don't. Whoop, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the best, basically. Why can't I find where the Corsair logo is to hide it? There we go. All right, that'll have to do for now, and I'll fiddle with it more when we have some break time between games. But game number 2, because this is a best of 3. All rounds today are best of 3, except for the grand finals, which is a best of 5. And wouldn't you know it, Zeph? Spawning here in the top right side of Whirlwind, we got once again the Red Terran ByuN. Whoa!
And in the bottom left, the pink Protoss RverSe.
That would be like the worst kind of. I just realized, like, for an intro announcer to have like the no confidence and shaky voice, kind of bit of a stutter, like it's ByuN. Go Porky Pig styles on it.
I gotta tell you, I've done that in so many intros. It always happens in WCS for some reason. I just can't words anymore, and they all just jumble up into some sort of not word sentence
it's
thing.
Like, I guess caster dyslexia. I get this with locations. I'll be like, oh, in the top left or top right. Actually, just curious, did you happen to catch mine and Zombie Ropes casting at DreamHack last year?
I think so.
So we locked out. This is a story for anyone who didn't see this. We locked out and we got invited to cast one best of 5 on the main stage. How freaking cool was that, right? Rifkin, who's not at all scared of like crowds or numbers or anything, gets up on stage. We go to introduce Bly. I mess up his name, his team, his color, and his spawn location, all consecutively. It was probably the most embarrassing moment of casting in my entire life. So, I hear you on the messed up intros when it matters.
Yeah, no, it always happens. It's always like right after Maynard's nailed like a sick hype intro for the other player too, and I'm just here being awful at life, and I just want to crawl under the table and be like, you know what, you can solo cast from now on. But
well, speaking of crawling under the table, something RverSe might do if he loses to this. It's a good scout with his probe. Oh no, keep going, dude. Oh no, you need to scout the 3 rags. This is 3 rags without gas. This is something that is not at all conventional, but definitely something worth scouting. And RverSe, unfortunately, he sees the location of ByuN and says that's more than enough for me. That's not the case. That's gonna be no bueno.
Yeah. Well, his loss, I guess. And he continues to go down to the bottom right a little bit as well. I wonder if he's gonna hide something here, if he's just like doing it for good measure. It looks like he's probably going to go home from there, but yeah, he's missed out on some info there. Stargate is a choice for RverSe once more.
Yeah, with that being plopped down at home, I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy. Maybe he leaves it over and puts a pylon down later for proxy, but to go back on the point for ByuN for a moment, though, having 3 barracks worth of production early on, I mean, this is a map that's 4 players spawn. There's no way he was doing this because he was super worried and paranoid about getting proxied. That's just statistically not going to happen. This is just going to give him a lot of units to fight with. And if ByuN wants to walk across the map with what is probably going to be like the worst medevac timing of all time, he can get away with it. Downside is, though, he doesn't know where his opponent is. So as we check his vision, like there's been no scouting. He doesn't really know where RverSe came from.
True. Judging by the timing that the Overlord peeked into his base, though, he may be able to sort of identify maybe where it is, but like you said, it's still hard to tell because he did go up to the top left. You know, it's hard to go, okay, like I'm definitely the first base he scouted, or I'm the second or third or whatever. So he may have a clue, but either way, he's clearly not too worried right now. He's already preparing for the Stargate opener as well. 3 adepts are coming out for RverSe too, so he's got to be a little bit careful, but the bonus of having 3 racks is that he has a lot of units to play with, so he should be okay in terms of not taking any damage from the oracles.
Yeah, I mean, there's the fact that he got the turrets now, which is great. That's going to cover your ass against Stargate, but also Dark Templar. But he also put depots along the edge of his base. And I think he's worried about like ByuN is playing worried against everything right now. Like, he's going to have vision for warp prisms. He's going to have detection for TTs. He pushes back these adepts like it's nobody's business. I mean, for him, this is like the most I got away with it opening of all time.
Yep, and the Oracle now coming in. We'll be able to see what he actually opened at this point. But,
the missile turret's not done yet. That one Marine bought a couple of seconds. Not quite enough to stop this from getting in there, but still, the Marines do push this back. Slow warping's happening, but warping's nonetheless. Quite a few units about to come in, but I think, again, like ByuN's got Stim on the way. Plus, 1's timing up for this, too. And with, what's that, like 2 reactor barracks this early, there's just so many Marines that are going to be out.
Yeah, especially once that starport gets up and running and he gets a couple of medevacs out, he's going to be looking real good, and it'll be much easier to stop this aggression. I do have to hand it to RverSe, though. I like how he's playing this. Both games so far, he's really been the one in command. He's doing the damage. He's up in ByuN's face, and that's really how you have to play against a player like this oftentimes. So he's actually coming in with all the adepts and oracles at once. SCVs have pulled up to help out.
That's really good handling of the Marines out of ByuN. The SCVs, of course, soaking the hits. It's not about whether the SCVs live or die through this. It's about whether the Marines live or die to deal with the Oracles afterwards. So coming on over here to chase these up to the high ground. Stim is done at this point, but not going to pop it off. Like it's just sitting at the front still. Confident that the turret will take care of it, and it does. Back at home, RverSe does have a natural base, and his income, not too terrible. In fact, he's up about 10 workers. Fantastic. 3rd base on the way. Fantastic. But that's for, like, now. ByuN's got a lot of units left over from this defense. As these medevacs come out, he's going to be able to start pushing. But I guess the awkward thing is still he doesn't know where RverSe spawned.
Yeah, he still has no clue. And he's very much tucked inside his base here, so RverSe is doing a great job at keeping ByuN on the defensive for now. Taking a third base behind is getting all his tech as well. Robo, Twilight, Forges, extra gates, you name it, he's getting it. And it's for free, really. Like, there's no pressure on him at all at this point in time. So this open has done pretty well for him.
By the way, we've got a lot of subs and stuff we'll get caught up on after games, guys. We just wanted to make sure we got into the first series today, so I didn't have time to set things up properly on my side with alerts. So we'll get all the shoutouts and everything covered up as soon as we're out of games. But as we said, the winner of this, it's most likely going to be ByuN versus Dark in the next round, guys. We really didn't want to miss out on that, so I hope you guys can forgive us. Pretty fantastic defense out of ByuN, though. And he starts pushing across the map. Gotta talk about that army supply. 48 to 27. +1 weapons on the side of the Terran on this. I mean, ByuN didn't know where his opponent was for a while. He kind of veers off. He's guessing it's cross spawn. He knows it's not top left, so he's gambling between the bottom, and looks like he'll gamble right.
Yep. He's come from, almost, he does get the Oracle as he marches up here into the natural. RverSe's got a fair few Adept shading in.
The Adepts got away from the sentries, leaving them alone. Got picked off. Now no Guardian Shield to reduce that damage. Time Warp hits units for the first time in the history of StarCraft 2. But even with these overcharges, and even with the medevacs being taken care of, I think there's just too many Marines, so much raw power. The Observer even gets picked off through a scan. ByuN is relentless.
Yeah, RverSe just wasn't well positioned for that, and ByuN really got to engage each part of the army on its own. The Oracles and the Sentries and the Adepts. The Phoenixes did do a good job there, but alone they cannot handle this many Marines. And ByuN has taken his third behind this. He's rallying across the map with the rest of his forces as well. He knows he's in a good spot at the moment. He has quite the army supply lead, only about 40 supply up on his opponent, so he knows he can definitely keep coming right now.
Numbers, they don't lie, unfortunately, so RverSe is not looking like he's going to stay alive too much longer, but I like the aggression he showed in Game 1. Kind of went that same direction for Game 2, but ByuN was just so ready for it, and that opening, once again, like getting away with this, no scouting, kind of really sucked. As he comes in, the Adepts are going to get hit by those Widow Mines. Oh my god.
What a hit. And there's a GG. ByuN will move on with the 2-0.
Very, very nicely done out of good old ByuN. Of course, I think Dark's already won over his opponent too. In fact, it was a walkover. So, Dark versus ByuN should be coming up next, guys. We'll get this commercial break out of the way. We'll get this game set up, then we'll do shoutouts, and we'll see you guys in about 2 minutes. Thanks for watching the Olimoleague. Don't go anywhere.